And I am back in my studio. I have been gone for a couple days since the last time you saw me, and just got back to the island this afternoon. Did some necessary things, and here I am just to reconnect because I missed you guys. And yes, it's Saturday, and I don't usually do Saturdays and Sundays on these morning musings, but because my time frame has been turned upside down and I don't know when I'm going to be in my studio, and therefore you don't know when I'm going to be in my studio, I thought I would just come on and continue the confusion. Yeah, so I have company at the house. My daughters have a very, very dear friend. He's actually more like family, and I love him to death. I have a very, very, very special connection with this young man, and was lucky enough to watch him grow and develop. And of course, they're all still in their 20s, so it's there's plenty more to see. Hopefully, I will be lucky enough to be a part of their lives. You know, hopefully, I'll live long enough to see what they do, how they move into their lives, and what they choose to do. And it's so cool to see how things develop, how young people develop and move into, then let's say like that middle age era, maybe family, kids, if that's what they choose to do, their work, and how they get in, there's that being swept up in society, in life, and there are those that really, really love that whole thing, and hopefully people like that are always able to move and expand and experience new things. And then there are others that just get into one specific pattern and move with that and are very comfortable with that, and hopefully they as well discover new beautiful things each day in their patterned, steady lives. And for me, I've been on both sides. I live both lifestyles when I am on the island, and since 2018, we have been here. Like again, we had COVID came along, and then we lost our fishing boat. It sank to the bottom of the Aegean Sea, like one of those kinds of sinking ship things, right? Just bloop down and gone. It's it just blows my mind every time I talk about it. And so, even though I've been on this island and generally living this very, very small, contained life, I don't know that I always do this. I don't think we always do everything, but I try to notice and experience life on a different level. So let me give you an example. We are walking, it's COVID, there's lockdowns everywhere. The island had the lockdown, and I would go for my cold water swim, because I do like the cold water swim thing. And I would, get up at afternoons and go down to the beach and walk the same path up and down, up and down, up and down every single day. And I've been doing it for years. So how can you make the experience more interesting? How do you bring freshness to your view of things? And this is a great lesson for me. Maybe it will be useful to you. we get stuck in the patterns of our lives, right? We get up, we do a certain thing, we do this, we do that, we go to work, we do that. And, we have this routine, and it can get dull. Life can get dull around it. How do you spice it up a little bit? And that's where this COVID lesson really helped me out, because I had no other option. I couldn't go anywhere. We were in lockdown. Everything was shut down, but I could leave the house up here on the hill and walk down to the beach and do my cold water swim. How can I make that more exciting? And I thought about it, and I'm walking up and down, and I decided that I would just open my perception on a greater level. I wouldn't just walk by the patch of trees that I walk by all the time and, big deal. I would actually notice them with fresh eyes, with, oh, let's see what's going on here. What is really going on here? How are these tree trunks moving and turning and twisting? You know how those olive trees are all twisted and all over the place? I love them. I love them. But how often do I stop and really appreciate the olive trees with all their twistedness? I mean, olive trees are the best trees on the planet because they're so twisted. They remind me of all of us, right? We are all twisted in some way or another. And stopping to actually really notice what's going on. I mean, really stopping to look at the leaves and the underside where the light isn't hitting it, and how it changes when the light is hitting on the top side of the leaf, and the way they're curved, and the just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And the more I decided to change my perception of this daily thing, this daily grind, this thing, that I never noticed before, I began to see more and more and more. And the world opened up on a greater and greater and greater. There was more to experience on this same walk that I took every single day, before COVID, during COVID, and after COVID. It's the same walk. Nothing's really changed on this dirt road. However, just by opening up to expanding your perception of things, you really begin to experience the journey in a very, very beautiful way. So I want to take that same idea to a friend of mine, my very, very dear friend, who is suffering from long COVID, chronic fatigue syndrome. She's in bed. I know I've talked about this before. And, she sends me a video, and she's like, well, this morning did a puzzle, and, on the laptop, or, read or watched a couple of series, couple of shows in a series. It's like, not really very exciting. And because she's coming at it from, what is Vita Care, right? I mean, for me, these things are the big things in my day at the moment, because you guys out there that are suffering from things like chronic fatigue syndrome, it wasn't your choice. You can't help it, right? So you were forced to alter your perception of your life. The things that were important to you back in the day when you were up and out and doing all sorts of things, it's not happening right now, and you don't know if it's going to happen again. So everything has to get readjusted, just like when we were in COVID and we were locked down and people were stuck in their houses, right? Everything has to get readjusted. You have to readjust your life. The positive side of it is that you can discover things about yourself, about how you live your life, about how you relate to yourself, and so many other things that you probably wouldn't have noticed if you were living your typical, in the city, hopping on the bus, going into the metro and traveling here, doing that on your phone, talking with, and all these distractions are around. And so, I watch my friend reacting to me because I have the ability to go on the metro and I have the ability to do, all these things and live that, classic, typical, normal life. For now, anyways. And so it's understandable. If I were in her shoes, I would be saying, oh God, well, that was my exciting morning. And because of COVID and because of that experience of seeing the world differently and actively working on seeing the world differently, I approach her reality in the same kind of way. Like, that's fascinating. Oh my God, you got to do that this morning. That's so cool. And, I think compassion comes by being able to step into somebody else's shoes. And no, I don't have long COVID. I do not have chronic fatigue syndrome. I haven't got anything that's, worth talking about. But being able to relate to that by taking experiences like this COVID time and walking down the hill and noticing things that I'd never noticed before, by changing my perception of my daily life, just really opened me up to deeper compassion, hopefully, possibly, I believe so, to my friend who is unable to do the things that I'm able to do. And so it's changing the perception of your reality, your daily life, opening up to a deeper understanding, a deeper connection to presence, to the life around you in this present moment, and paying more attention to hear the leaves rustling in the breeze for a second longer than maybe before, or the feel of the sun coming through the window and the glare in your eye and what that's like, even though it might be uncomfortable, for a half a second longer, to be present with it, to notice it. Those are all ways to just open that perception of everything that's happening in our lives all the time that we don't usually pay any attention to. And what does all this have to do with painting? Let's say you go on a challenge to paint 100 lemons. And you're starting out and you're just putting things together. You're getting the lemons together and just one lemon. All you have to do is paint one lemon a day, just 100 times. Do 100 little paintings of a lemon or two, right? You can do little still lifes and things like that. So you're starting out and you're painting the lemon and you're learning the basic stuff. And it's all quite exciting because you're learning how to paint. And, I did it this time better. And look, I managed that. And, I did a sliced lemon and it turned out pretty good. I'm starting to get my values together. I'm starting this and that, blah, 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 blah. And then you get really comfortable with it by, I don't know, if you're already a painter and you know what's going on, by the 20th lemon, you're like, okay, another lemon. And you can look at it like, oh God, I have to paint another lemon. Like, oh, I got to walk down to the beach again, big deal. Or you can really open up to all sorts of nuances in your little lemon paintings that are going to give you a stronger base of who you are as a creative being, as an artist, and, move that into your own personal space so that your daily life of painting lemons in your tiny little studio is 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 more interesting. Your daily life is richer. It is more palpable because you are in the present moment. You are becoming more and more present. And I don't know. I think when I come into my tiny little studio, and I think a lot of artists understand this, when you start painting, it's like everything else just disappears. you know? I have oftentimes come in to paint and left a pot boiling on the water on the stove, and I come in to paint. Bad move. Bad move. I have burned food over and over again because I get so present with my painting. I don't think, I don't feel. It's like just me and the creation. And I know there are those of you out there who understand exactly what I mean. So if you can bring that presence into your daily life, even if it's the same routine day in and day out, and you're thinking, oh, I just want to get off this island. I just want to change my life and do something different. But if you come into center with it and you're like, here I am on this island, and it's a breeze today, and the leaves are rustling a little bit stronger and harder, and the sound is a little bit more than it was yesterday. I don't know. I think that is a gift, when we begin to notice things like that. And when you practice being present in your daily life, when you come to your studio and you're painting and you're present with the painting, you are going to get so much more information, little sparks of inspiration of what you need to do next in your painting. And that is the whole point. I love it when that happens. I absolutely love it. So today I'm coming back in and just going to settle in. I've got some internet work to do because I'm pushing out and sending a lot of brochures and things like that, little clips on this upcoming auction that's coming out. I got 15 paintings in there. I'm super excited. The trees and these two up here, not this one, that one's not finished yet, but those two are in the auction, starting at $50, and the auction price starting at $99, depending on the painting. And, if nobody bids, you get it for $99. And yes, there is a little bit of an extra shipping cost because I'm shipping to the States if you're buying from the States. So there will be shipping costs related to that, but they are not very much. No. So no, there's not going to be astronomical shipping costs. They'll be as low as possible, and we will work out what it is, and how you want the painting shipped to you. So if you want expedited shipping, of course, it'll cost more. But I'm super excited about this auction. I really am, because first of all, I'm with a group of artists. I think most of them are probably in Arizona. We have people who, not only artists, not only painters, We have artists who, create glass bowls and beautiful, like, oh, they're just so beautiful, and pottery, and oh, we've got someone who makes felt art. I mean, and she does fabulous work. Shout out to Lori Fagan. Look her up. Lori she does excellent work. She's also a painter, but she does so many different things. And I'm just so excited to be a part of this. And I'm on this little tiny Greek island, so I'm kind of far away, but that doesn't matter in today's world. Through this medium, we are all able to connect. So no matter if you are an artist that is stuck in the middle of nowhere in your country, wherever you are, as long as we have this connection, we can move forward. We can expand. We can expand our perception of our lives. And as a closure to this, 20-minute, 21-minute, I kind of went off today. As a closure, being open and connecting with others online. If you are also in a tiny little spot and you feel like you are also in a tiny little studio and unable to be a part of a group of other artists who get together and do exhibits and this and that, I actually believed that because I was on this island, I would not be able to share my art with very many people, right? I am in a group in Thessaloniki and we do exhibits here and there, but everything that I do is here, especially on my YouTube channel. And the gratitude and appreciation that I have that you guys are here with me is insane. It is such a gift. It is such a gift to have you here with me. And it is proof, if I'm still here after a year of the morning musings, and I've always done some kind of teaching here and there, but this momentum, this growth, the more I'm here, the more I'm out, the more I expand my own vision of where I thought things were before I started the YouTube channel, and thinking, YouTube channel, me? Why on earth would I do that? I'm on this little island. Who cares, right? Who's going to ever find me? See, and that is kind of where I started from, like a pretty negative place, a pretty shut down, closed down, little itty bitty bitty kind of little place. And the more I'm here, the more my perception opens, the deeper my understanding becomes, the better I get at creating videos, the more beautiful artists and non-artists. I mean, you don't have to be painters. Like, we've got people from all over that connect with who I am. For some odd reason. My goofy old self, or aging self. I don't know. I'm 60, by the way. So my goofiness, it connects with some people out there who, are perhaps as goofy as I am. So together, hopefully, we can connect and create and enjoy each other. And yeah, I don't know. Much of our understanding and coming to the world can be stuck in a COVID state of mind, can be stuck in a lockdown. This is all I have. This is all I can do. And yeah, maybe that is all you have and that is all you can do. But you from in here can begin to open up and begin to widen your perception. You can begin to see things that you never really paid much attention to before. And what does that do to your inner being, to your heart, to your abdomen, when you have all sorts of, creative realms and, power areas and just places where you stand on the ground, right? You come into this deeper, beautiful understanding of who you are. And when you do that, and you bring it into your tiny little studio, it's a gift. So I will get off now. Be inspired, be creative, be you, and I will see you all again. I'll put a link in the description for the auction. Please go and check it out, you guys. There's a preview. It starts on the 17th. Starts September 17th, and will go until September 23rd. You can go through all the beautiful artworks that's in there. And if you come across my page, I think I'm page 14, and you can see the paintings that I have in there. And it would be great to help the Holland Center, which is a great little community in Scottsdale, Arizona, which is offering theater, art classes, dance, I believe dance, but also, so many things going on at this little community. And I have said again and again and again, if I were in Arizona, near Scottsdale, I would be at this center 3 times a week, doing all sorts of stuff, participating, teaching would be great. Just being a part of this kind of community. It's one of the things that we do not have on our tiny little island. And it would be really beautiful. So I'm super happy to be supporting the Holland Center and being a part of this auction. So yeah, you guys all shut up now. Take care, and I will see you all again very, very soon. If not tomorrow, definitely Monday. All right, take care.